Hi, I'm Ben, and this is my review on the new Doctor Who episodes. They were pretty great. Well, at least I think they're great. There's some polarizing opinions, but I'm just gonna review them myself. I don't know any other people's thoughts. I just gonna review them on my thoughts. Let's talk about the one with still David Tennant in it. Well, it was a great episode. I like Neil Patrick Harris as a villain. He's an old Doctor Who villain called the Toymaker, and I thought he was pretty cool as this villain, like he's German. And then, if you want to know what happens in the last episode, okay, everyone went crazy, and everyone is on this mind control, and they all think they're right. And the only way to stop is wear these bandages, but everyone's not wearing it. And this all started because of a ventriloquist dummy that the Toymaker gave to the first guy that invented TV. And that laugh that's been going everywhere is making everyone go crazy. So they had to go back in time and realize it was the Toymaster, and then they go to this maze place, and it was all crazy, and they needed to try to stop the Toymaker. And all these creepy dolls were so scary looking. I always developed a fear of ventriloquist dummies because this, and when I was a kid, I was afraid of Chucky, so seeing this was really freaky looking. Ugh. I wonder what my reaction would be if I saw this as a kid. And like I said, Neil Patrick Harris was a great villain as the Toymaker. And then there's a puppet show. And then they recap like Amy, what happened after Donna Noble, like Amy Pond, Bill, Claire Oswald, and then David Tennant's like they lived a good life, they did this, and then the Toymaker played this game, and he revealed that the master is trapped in this golden tubes. Oh, so I think I don't know if I'm the first one to point this out. I think other people point this out, but I haven't seen their videos. Have you noticed in every season of Doctor Who, they change the intro when it's the last time we meet the master? Think about it. In season 3 finale, there was the master, and in season 4 they changed the intro, and then in Doctor Who with the Master at the end of time, they changed the intro in season 5. And before they changed it, we saw the Master. And even in recently, we saw the Master in last season, and now they changed the intro. I can't think of the other ones times, but have you noticed that? Every time we meet the Master, they change the intro. But anyway, so, and then they played this game, but then they had to go back forward in time, and then the Toymaker was playing music in the unit center, which, am I the only one that thinks it looks like Avengers Tower or reminds me of Avengers Tower? Oh well, the Toymaker invaded the place in the unit center, and then turned innocent people into balls, and then the wheelchair lady really helped. I should point that out, I forget her name. But anyways, and then they destroyed them. I saw this episode like a few days ago, but I meant to review it, but I've been sleeping in a lot. But here we go. So the Toymaker had this laser cannon, but he shot the Doctor, and he regenerated. But his way of regenerating was split him into two, and then we get the new Doctor, and they all played ball together, and then they defeated the Toymaker. He falls into a box, and they put him in the box and hide them. And what about the Doctor? Well, apparently the 10th Doctor, David Tennant's Doctor, is going to retire and chill because they give him a therapy lesson that he keeps running and it's not good for him. So he decided to settle down. They split the TARDIS in two, and the David Tennant's Doctor decided to retire and let him be with Donna and her family, which is pretty cute. And in the next episode is where it's the Avengers with the 10th with the 14th Doctor. In this episode of Doctor Who, there's this lady who wants to find out who her parents are, but there's these goblins that keep interfering, causing bad luck around her. And then they get suspicious. And then later she goes to her adopted home, and they adopted a lovely baby. But then these goblins adopted her, but then the doctor tries to help her and even rescue her. And the doctor's new sonic screwdriver is like a circular device. I don't know how to feel about that. I like when the sonic screwdriver, well, looks like a screwdriver. But anyways, so there's a new companion named Ruby Sunday, and she's trying to discover who her parents are, but then there's these goblins who try to create bad luck everywhere. But then she runs into the doctor, and then there's a funny old lady who's like, "This blue box is in my way, is in the middle of the street, is in the sidewalk. I want it removed right now." And there's a funny part at the end, but anyway, the doctor goes to Ruby, but she meets her adopted family who are really sweet. And but then there's these goblins that try to steal her, and they go to a big pirate ship, not a spaceship. Oh, so they never reveal if the goblins are aliens. I wonder, because they ought to be aliens. I mean, it's Doctor Who. Basically, everything's aliens, from ghosts to vampires to anything they introduce to in Doctor Who. If they introduce a supernatural element, it's always aliens. But yeah, so the goblin, and then they're on the boat and they're about to eat the baby, but they don't eat the baby because they will never do that on Doctor Who. Come on. But there's this big fat goblin king that wants to eat the baby, but then they rescue it. They go back, but then there's a crack in time, and then they go back, but then the goblins go back in time and eat Ruby as a baby. So Ruby has been adopted, and around her the timeline changed. She still has the baby, but it was her first time adopting the new baby, so they had to go back in time and try to fix everything and rescue her from the Goblin King, and then goes back in time, but we never know what her birth mother is. I wonder if they're going to reveal that in the new season. But yeah, they defeated them, and then I think Ruby goes with the doctor, but and sees the TARDIS, so this'll be fun. So I wonder what happens to this this Doctor Who. And there's a funny part with the old lady. Remember, she was complaining about the TARDIS being on the sidewalk, but she's like, but then she disappears, and then this guy was like, "Did you saw that it disappeared?" And then she just smiled and laughed, and her reveal was, "What? It's like they never saw a TARDIS before." I wonder who she is. Is she just some funny woman who found out what the TARDIS is later? But we'll have to see and find out if they're gonna reveal it. But anyways, that's my review. I guess it was a bit silly. The one with the goblins a bit silly. I feel like they're trying to be very woke. Like in a lot of sci-fi shows, they try to be really woke. So I think that's why a lot of people are very polarized about it, because anything woke is like, oh, we're angry, or maybe there's something in the writing that wasn't that good. Maybe people didn't like there's a scene with the goblins singing that was pretty weird for them, but I don't know. But well, anyways, that's my review. That's my review for Doctor Who, the two Doctor Who specials. I can't wait to find out what happens next. And I do like this new guy who's going to be the Doctor. And he's the first black Doctor, and that's pretty cool. I kind of wanted the guy who played Moss on the Egg Crowd to be the first black Doctor, but oh well, this guy seems pretty cool. I like to see what they're going to do with him. Well, anyways, that's my review for Doctor Who and the two Doctor Who specials, and see you next time.